In the recent years, due to the rise of strategies like SMC, people have been bashing trendline trading, saying that it does not work, it is a thing of the past. And I'm here to tell you, those people are wrong. They do not see profitability from trading trend lines because they are doing it completely wrong. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to trade using trend lines and work your way into profitability. And trust me, it is very simple. You just need to know basic market structure. I'm talking like baby peep stuff. If you don't believe me, watch this video. I'm going to show you. So let me just go on the daily time frame so that we can start from there. As you can see here on the daily time frame, you can see gold has been very bearish here. So the first thing that we're going to be starting is finding this swing point, and there's another swing point here which caused this market to come to breakdown here, right? So that is the first thing that we can see here on gold. So our trend line, we're going to be just fitting it on the swing points. On the candle bodies, we're not going to be doing the wicks because this is a higher time frame. Okay, so if we need to, we're going to be feeling we're going to be doing the wicks on the lower time frames. Okay, so for now, so also we see there is this right here. This is what the market did, came down. So these are swing points here. This is a double bottom, so maybe something like this possible. We don't know, so we have to wait for the market to do that first before we can confirm that it is a possibility. Once it breaks above that, then, but already you should be able to see this pattern, this is just a bearish correction pattern. Eventually the market will break out of this and continue to the upside. Okay, but this is just for long-term perspective. Most of us, we are maybe day traders, and even us swing traders, this is like position trading, maybe holding, like taking a position here and holding it up until here. It's kind of like a position trading because you're going to be holding this for 6 to 12 months or over that. So for the sense of our swing trading, we're not going to be taking such a trade. Okay, so this is already the thing that I see on the higher time frame regarding the daily time frame. And then you can see this support around here, but I don't really use support and resistance that much. I rely mostly on trend lines. Okay, then we go down to this 4-hour time frame. Okay, on the 4-hour time frame, we had this, the market broke out of that pattern, and then next, what do we have? Let's look at the swing points. Okay, at this, then the market broke out of that pattern here. Okay, let me draw the trend line for this pattern. I'm just going to use this point right here, as you can see there, and then this one, but we have this swing point, we have to update it, all right, to this swing point right here. Do you see what happened here? This pattern, do you see what happened? Let me use the highlight. Do you see what happened? This is the very same pattern that we have here on the daily time frame. Eventually, what happened with that pattern? Eventually, this is what happened. The market broke to the upside, came back for a retest, possibly. And then, so in the sense of the higher time frame, which is the daily, just look at it. Is this not the same thing that just formed here on the 4-hour time frame? Tell me in the comments, because that is what I see brewing up there in the higher time frame, which is the daily time frame. So, but we're not going to be focusing on that right now. We're just going to wait for the market to break out of that first. But okay, sharp. On this time frame, as you can see, we had this pattern. Market broke to the upside, and then usually what I can say is that after this, after breaking a pattern, the market will come to the point of the break, and usually you are gonna find something like an order block here. As you can see, we have this candle here, which is also imbalanced, which is kind of a bonus, you see, right? And then we need to, you see, we are building the story from the higher time frame all the way to the lower time frame. Okay, well, if you are what can I say this, swing trader, you could have taken your trade here, and then your target was going to be here, right? As you can see, you could already be in a 1:2, 1:3 trade. This is the thing that you can see the target. I'm not saying the market is going to break this trend line here on the daily time frame. I'm not sure of that yet. I am not sure of that. So hence why I'm doing this. I'm putting my targets where it makes the most sense. Okay, we broke out of this, came to retest. I'm gonna be targeting this here, but this trade it has already happened. We're gonna now dive into the lower time frame to see how we can still get into this trade. Okay, so now that is the 4 hour time frame story. All right, let's see what the 1 hour time frame is telling us. So building from that higher time frame, you saw that we made a retracement into this zone. Okay, so what you can already see is that also, let's look at the swing points here on the day, on the 1 hour time frame. This is what happened, and the market broke below, broke out of this. Okay, so if we plot on these swing points, you can see, all right, I want to show you something. You see this pattern, you saw it just happened on this bigger thing on the 4 hour time frame, right? And then the market broke, came to retest, right? So look at this, the very same thing. This one is a bullish pattern. The market breaks, comes to retest, comes to the downside. Do you see that this is kind of like, I don't know, the thing that they say, like the market is a fractal. So what is happening on the higher time frame is also happening on the lower time frames. Okay, so what you could have done with this, okay, is after this market closed below here, as I always say, the market, after breaking out of a pattern, the market will come to a point of the break. Okay, take something like this, and then the safest target was to be here, which, as you can see, 1:3, just like that on the 1 hour time, on the 1 hour time frame. All right, but this move has already happened. We came to retest this. As you know, on the 4 hour time frame, we are retesting the break of this structure. So what are we expecting? Possible bullish momentum from that. Okay, so these are the swing points that are building towards this retest of this candle on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, and just as the same thing that's been happening here, where is the point of the break? The market broke to the upside. At the point of the break, look for a candle. It's here. This candle, if you want to refine, is this candle, but I wouldn't really encourage that. Just look at this one. Okay, so since the market came to this 4 hour point of the break, now we are expecting the market to come to this 1 hour point of the break. Okay, so what you can do is take our buy limit here. Stop loss always covers the low. Okay, so for the safest target is here. Why? I'm not sure if the market is going to break this trend line or not. So that is why I am not looking for something like this, although it can be possible. You see, building from that 1 hour, it is possible that we could, if we see the break, this trade, this very same trade that I'm showing you right now, it can go all the way up there. If the market will have enough momentum to break out of this, it might eventually go all the way up there. But because we are not very sure that the market is going to break that trend line on the daily time frame, we're not going to be targeting that. We're just going to be going for safe targets. Okay, so the safest target is here, all right, within this range, because the market in the daily time frame, we are still within this structure here. We have not broken out of that structure. If we do break out of that, same thing that I've been showing you throughout all these time frames, a breakout, we're going to be looking for a candle at the point of the break, possible retest, and then gold might fly. That's only if we do get a break on the daily time frame. Okay, that's only if. So for now, we're going to be playing it safe, targeting inside the range, and if the market does not break out of this, then the game plan might be something like this: create swing points, point of the break, retest, we continue to the downside, and this continuation, where are we going? Possibly coming to retest these levels somewhere around here. Okay, so that is why you need to build your story from the higher time frame, and your targets, they need to make sense. Okay, so also a bonus for the day traders. Okay, for the day traders, there's some reversal, but this is kind of not worth it, if I may say. We have this trend line here. At the point of the break, look for a candle, is this one. But the risk to reward is not going to be very nice on this one. Okay, so we have already confirmed that we have a possible buy from this zone. Okay, keep that in mind. So you see now a 1:1 to trading down to this zone here. What you can do is do something like this. All right, let me put this to the side first. As you can see, this is the point of the break, right? You can wait for 15 minutes to create some structure here, some structure to come back into the zone, break, look for the candle at the point of the break, and then take your trade all the way to the downside here. And then now, as you can see, your stop loss is now something like you are now targeting a 1:3. So this is kind of like making much more sense now, all right, instead of having to cover all this zone here. So as you can see, that is how you build your trade from all the way from the higher time frame up until this day trading idea. You see, so your trading needs to make logical sense. Okay, all the way. You see how I didn't get lost in my thoughts, going all the way from the higher time frame until this point here. All right, so there is one thing you can do.